Hiya, so it's me, London Cigar Smoker, and I'm gonna try and smoke the Bolivar Regentes Limited Edition 2021 cigar. So this is a new cigar that's available to us folk here in the UK, and I don't normally do these videos, but because this is a sort of, it feels like a special occasion, I weren't able to go to the launch event because I couldn't afford it, so I thought I'll have my own launch event here at home. So I've got the windows open because it's gonna stink like hell. But yeah, let's give it a go. I'll talk a bit about it as well, about what I know. You probably know already, if you're a big cigar smoker, you probably know all about this, and you're based in the UK, you probably know a lot about it already. But yeah, I've been doing a bit of research, trying to find out a little bit more about it, as I'm still getting used to go from cigar novice to cigar aficionado. I don't think that'll ever happen. I'm a cigar enthusiast, I think I'm in the middle. But yeah, so let's give it a go, let's give it a shot. So I've already cut the cap just now. I wanted to do a punch cut, but I'm crap at doing punch cuts, so I did a straight cut for this one. I only got this cigar last week, so I ordered it on Habanos S.A. They did a pre-order deal, and it was one of the only places I could see that was available online, because it sells out quickly when they do a new cigar in the UK. So I pre-ordered it, and that meant that I think it was launched on the Wednesday, and then on the Friday it was released, but then it meant that this was sent out to me on the Saturday after I sort of pre-ordered it. So I pre-ordered it like I would a book. I've never done that with a cigar, that's how keen I was for it. It cost about £45, so that was okay-ish. It's a lot of money, right? A lot of money for a cigar. If you compare it to sort of New World and non-Cuban cigars, you could get a couple of those for the price of this. But I only live once. I'm really trying to explore different cigars at the moment, so I was keen to just try this out. A lot of people were saying that actually this is a cheap-ish cigar. I think a lot of people were expecting this to be retailed a lot higher. I think the Bolivar Regentes, and I can't pronounce any of the cigars properly because I'm not Spanish and I'm not Cuban speaking, and I say it with my Essex accent, even though I now live in London. But this is the Bolivar Regentes 47 cigar cost 75 quid. This cost 45, so it surprised kind of the cigar community in the UK. It was going to go for that. For a box, that was for one stick. For a box, it's about £1,000 for 25 of the cigars. That'd be a dream, wouldn't it, right, if you could get one of those. Anyway, so I got this delivered. It came in a little bit of packaging, and I stuck this straight in my humidor as soon as I got it, and I don't trust my humidor at all. At the moment, I'm crap with my humidor, so I really need some good tips on how to keep stuff going in there. And it's probably, I think, at about 67% humidity. Now, I kind of want my cigars to be a little bit wetter. I don't want to get it to get mouldy, but I prefer it over a really dry Cuban cigar. Anyway, this is a bit dry, and I don't know whether it's because I've stored it crap, but I've only had it a few days, so I'm surprised, but it's actually quite tight when I sort of try and press it. I'm just trying to press it up here, but yeah, quite tight. And it was a lot smaller than I imagined. Don't know why. It's a 52 ring gauge and about 5 inches in length. It's a full-bodied cigar, so I do like a full-bodied cigar, but I have had a Bolivar Regentes yeah, I'm not going to get that right, am I? But that's a really common cigar. A lot of cigar smokers really, really rate that. I didn't rate it that highly, I must say. I rated it like 6 out of 10 when I smoked it during one of my cigar challenges, my A to Z. And I think it was because I was trying a lot of other full-bodied cigars that were just a lot stronger, had a lot more punch and power to them, and I really enjoyed those. So cigars like Davidoff, Winston Churchill Late Hour, the Robusto, that was a great cigar, Durastate's Liga Privada number 9, fantastic. But my God, they are strong. So when I tried this cigar brand for the very first time, it didn't really meet my expectations of what a full-bodied cigar should be, but it is considered full-bodied in the Cuban cigar world. So I've had other Cuban cigars that feel a little bit more full-bodied. So the Partagas Series E number 2, which I absolutely love, that is a lot stronger. That's what I imagine full-bodied Cuban to be. Not sure I'm going to get it with this. I must admit my expectations are pretty low, even though I spent all this money on it. pretty low on this, and like I said, I don't normally do these kind of videos. I don't feel confident talking on camera. There's a lot better people out there than me, but I just thought I might as well, you know, record this experience. Would like to be smoking this in a cigar lounge somewhere. When I now do go to a cigar lounge, I talk too much. I don't appreciate the cigar, so I'm hoping to get balance here at home. I've also got a Cigar Sense flavour wheel because it helps me kind of work out, okay, is this what I'm tasting or not? Don't know whether it is useful for people or not, but it's like a free little flavour wheel that you can get online. Type in Cigar Sense flavour wheel, and it kind of helps you, yeah, it helps you navigate kind of what you're tasting really, in terms of like flavour notes. And I'm not an expert at this stuff, yeah, but anyway, let's give it a go. So like I said, I've cut the cap already. I've gone for a straight cut here. No, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Just want to toast it as much as I can. Wow. Wow, already a great start. I'm like, yeah, I'm smoking a Cuban. You can tell. Why can I tell that? I don't know, but it definitely, there's a quality there about Cuban cigar. What can I taste there? Okay. So I'm looking at my flavour wheel and I'm like, what is it? Toasted, definitely. Not really nutty. Earthy, toasty, earthy, woody. Oh, I love this cigar. Look at the ash. The ash construction on that is fantastic. And that is typical of like a good Cuban cigar, because you can see it's been packed well, really, really packed well. It actually looks like a piece of art. You know, lovely. Anyway, so let's get back to it. Let's talk about what this cigar is. So yeah, this cigar is from this was announced for 2021. So this was 3 years ago now, because we're in 2024, and this is common. This is quite common for an announcement to be made at the Habanos Cuban Festival, yearly festival. I think the one that this was announced at was Habanos World Days. I probably can't say Habanos properly, but Habanos World Days, this was the remote version of them launching these cigars. So they'd normally do it at the Cuban festival, but because of COVID, I think they had to go remote only. And I think I remember tuning in to watch it. It was the first sort of year I was really getting into my cigars, and I remember tuning in, but I did not clock this particular cigar. So when the next Cuban Cigar Festival is going to go out, I'm going to listen out for, these limited edition cigars, and then I'm guessing we'll get those cigars will come to us in 25, 26, 27, in 2027, crikey, yikes. I remember like last year they had the Monte Cristo Slam, and I've not heard of that since. So I'm guessing that's going to be the same sort of thing. So the limited edition series first started, I think, in 2000. And yeah, according to the Cuban Cigar website, there's been 69 different limited editions been announced since then. And there's 2 years that they skipped. So in 2002, they didn't announce any. And in 2022, they didn't announce any either. Don't know why. But they've been releasing these limited editions for a long time. Now I've seen them, and I've obviously picked them up in different cigar stores. But I'm only now starting to just delve into that a little bit more. Also, these limited edition cigars tend to be in a vitola that are not currently in production. So the vitola of this cigar is called a Discretos. Oh shit, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, I've not heard of that. I've heard of the Churchill, I've heard of a Toro, not heard of a Discretos. So I guess that's what makes it sort of limited edition, unique. God, I'm coming into the second, third of this cigar already, and I'm probably smoking this way too quickly. So this cigar was actually launched on February the 7th, last Wednesday, 2024. It was launched by Hunters Frankau via Habanos. And Hunters Frankau are the UK distributors of Cuban cigars. They've been for years and years and years and years. There's a whole history associated to that. And I think what happened is that they brought all their clients, essentially all the people that sell cigars to us, the public, cigar enthusiasts. They brought them to the event to celebrate the launch of this cigar, because obviously they're going to then sell this cigar in their stores. And it was also, so one, it took place at Boysdale's restaurant in Canary Wharf. So I've been there before for the Cigar Smoker of the Year award, which was fantastic. I think the only thing I remember though, which I found a little bit sad, and this is purely because of UK smoking laws, is that you can't smoke your cigar whilst you're having dinner, and you kind of want to, you know? Or just after, straight after at the table. But yeah, you have to go outside onto the cigar terrace and smoke the cigar after. So I was only watching. It was 200. The public could go as well. So I think it was 275 quid to go and attend. I wanted to go, but it was just a bit too far out of my price range. You know, like, it's a lot of money, but you got 3-course meal, you got cocktails, champagne, you got 4 cigars, including 3 of these. So actually people can, smoke one there, but take some back home, smoke them later. And it sold out. It actually sold out. So it looked like a good event. It looked great online. I think the things that stood out for me was that there was a giant hand made out of ice with a big Bolivar cigar in its hand. I don't know who the person was that done that, but it was a great piece of art. Be great to have one of them. Don't know how they keep it. You know, if it's ice, will it just melt straight away? Love to know more about that. There must be a video out there that someone's documented it. But yeah, it looked like a great thing. Also spotted loads of people I recognised just through either meeting in cigar lounges because I visited their stores, or I've spoken to them online, or I follow them online. But yeah, there were loads of people. There were people from like Number 6 Cavendish, there were Cigars Unlimited, there were people from Astoria, Cigars in Margate, Surrey Cigars. They had some people there. Barber's Tobacconists, who are based in Harrogate, I think, which is up north somewhere. They were there. Who else was there? Alfred Dunhill. So they had loads of people in there. It would have been great to go and chat to some of them folk. And then obviously cigar fans from across the world went as well. But yeah. They also had Gemma Freeman, I think, stand up and do a bit of a talk, a bit of an intro. So I'm familiar with her because she's done loads of videos with Kirby Allison, but also because I've seen her do a launch with the Poala Regana last year, 47. And she's great. She's a really good representative of the cigar community. And I imagine that she kind of introduced the cigar, told everyone a bit about the history. Yeah, it looked fantastic. So what was people's thoughts of the cigar? So what was quite interesting was I was trying to find out online like what people thought of it, and the comment that came out most was this cigar will taste great if it's aged. And this is a really common like quote I hear when I've been at these events, and I'm like, what does that mean? Is that just a polite way of going, this cigar ain't a banger? But anyway, I tried to ask online. I went on to UK Cigar Forum, I think, first of all, and I was just chatting to some people that I've met in person on there, and someone mentioned to me, it gave me a bit more insight into it. So they were like, they were saying that, you know, Cuban cigars are famously sort of rushed out the door. So many improve with age. And this one in particular, the Limited Edition, used tobacco that's aged for at least 2 years. And since 2021, Cuban cigars are a lot fresher than before, I think they were saying. And a big common thing that people question is like, why should we, the punters, age them? Because on the whole, they do change and they improve a lot, but sometimes they're not always guaranteed to get better. I wouldn't trust my humidor and looking after my stick. So, it was just interesting hearing that. So having this, but aging it for a little bit is meant to be good quality. So it's not necessarily just because it's not a banger, but yeah, it was interesting. But then other people said, look, this has been stored, this has been aged already in the warehouse of Hunters Frankau. So But yeah, you know, like, I guess I won't appreciate all that until I go to Cuba, you know, which is one of my dream trips, to go and see the tobacco fields, to go and see it all happen. And I'll probably learn a lot more about it then. So I'm in the second third of this cigar now, and it's definitely changed flavour notes. It's got a little bit more bitter, which surprises me. It's not kind of the taste I wanted. Toasted and bitter. So gone are the like creamy cocoa kind of vibes that I had. Yeah, something's not great here in the second third. I'm not. It's like alkaline. It's like, yeah, not amazing. What's really interesting about this cigar is that it's sold out, it's selling out everywhere, you know, so the actual launch of it is going really, really well. A lot of places online don't seem to be having them in stock at the moment. Of course, I've not gone into the stores yet to see whether they're available there. I have noticed that some cigar places are actually going to run their own cigar launch events for this cigar. So I think Surrey Cigars is doing one. I think Mitchell's Wines is doing one up north, and near Sheffield. I think, who else? Barber, tobacconists. Okay, so I'm at that point now with this cigar where I'm going to have to take off the cigar band. I'm sort of like in the second third still, and yeah, it's definitely changed. It's definitely changed flavour. So at the beginning I was getting more sort of cocoa, toasted cocoa. Flavour notes, but yeah, definitely not that now. Definitely like quite bitter. I have had a lot of plugged cigars from Cuba, I must say. Like, a bit disappointing when you do buy them. You can get special tools for it. I've seen a few folk with some fancy tools out there to help unplug those cigars. But and you don't really get that with like New World non-Cuban cigars. And I call it both. Because I've had feedback from lots of different people that I shouldn't be calling it New World because they don't know what New World is, and it's mainly from people that follow me in America. Whereas in the UK, it's more known here as New World cigars, so I call it both. But people rightly said, you know, like it's not very nice to be known as a non-anything. But I don't want to offend, I'm trying to be neutral. I'm on the fence. So I'm coming to the final third of this cigar. And it's definitely got a little bit better. It's improved since the second third. It's got a lot less bitter. So it is changing in flavour as I'm going through. But yeah, what do I think of it? Not sure I'm going to run to the store the next day to go and buy, you know, more of these. I'm glad I have smoked this because I do like trying new things. But it's not my favourite. It's not my favourite Cuban cigar that I've smoked. Definitely preferred last year's Palo Regana 47. Really enjoyed the Monte Cristo Wide Mundo. I've had loads of those actually, and I really, really rate those. Of course, this one isn't aged, and as I mentioned earlier, you know, people say this is better with age. I'd love to be able to sort of compare an aged version with a more fresher version, just to see the difference or taste the difference, because I don't know, you know, what that really is like. Like I say, I don't trust my humidor to age anything, because my Boveda packs, yeah, they do a good job, but you know, yeah, I haven't got all the kit, like all the fan and everything and all the fridge stuff going on. But yeah, you know, glad I tried it. But yeah, what would I rate this out of 10? I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. It's probably better than the Bolivar Regentes or Fenosa or whatever it's bloody called. You know, again, I didn't rate that highly, and a lot of Cuban cigar smokers do really rate that one. Don't know why. Just, yeah, I've had better Cuban cigars, so definitely prefer Partagas Syrian E number 2, definitely up there with my faves. I've started to enjoy more milder cigars now as well, so I love the French Cuban cigar, the Quai d'Orsay or Quai d'Orsay number 54. Really love that, absolutely love that. It's like my go-to cigar if I go to a cigar store and I see that, although sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to try one that I've tried before, do I want to try something new. I really love the H. Upmann Magnum 54 as well. I think that's a really good cigar. Again, it's not that full-bodied, but it's such a lovely smoke, such a lovely, lovely smoke. And the Romeo and Julieta Wide Churchill, you know, can't go wrong with that. Definitely prefer those over this one. Yeah, not the biggest Bolivar fan, even though I am a fan of full-bodied cigars. This one, does it feel full-bodied? It feels medium to full. So it's not like the full-bodied cigars that I love, like the Davidoff Winston Churchill Late Hour Busto Toro. That is such a quality smoke. But yeah, you know, I'm glad I've tried it. It'll be really interesting to hear how you get on with it. I've not done one of these before. I'm no expert at this sort of stuff, as you can probably tell. But I thought I'd give it a shot because I thought I'll share this experience because I'm on my own, sat at home doing it. But yeah, it'd be really interesting to hear how you get on with it. What do you think of it? Is it better aged? Is it not better aged? Would you buy a box? Have you got a box? You know, like how many have you smoked? Give me some info. Let me know. And yeah, you know, if I got given one of these, if I got a box of these, I'd 100% smoke them. You know, I'm not going to lie. You know, like any Cuban cigar that you can get hold of, you know, it feels rarer these days somehow. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. But yeah, glad I've tried it. That's it really. So yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah, give me a shout, give me a follow, get in touch, and yeah, let's on to the next one. That's kind of always what I think. On to the next one, on to the next cigar. I've got a few lined up that I've got my eye on. I'm definitely keen to try as well. And but yeah, anyway, thanks for listening. If you got this far, well done. Yeah, and yeah, if you see me at an event or anything, just give me a shout. Yeah, it'd be great to chat. I love meeting new people. I always get nervous at going to those things. I go on my own a lot, and it's always nice to bump into a face and chat about cigars, because I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to that, and I know nothing compared to a lot of other people, and I love learning about stuff, and I love hearing different perspectives on stuff all the time. So yeah, reach out, let me know, and enjoy your cigar, enjoy your smoke, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye.